Sabaha everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about the brand new Pixel stand from Google. This was announced at the same time as the Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL. It's a wireless charger that works great with 2 coils, 10 watts of charging. But not only that, it's supposed to actually have a few extra tricks specifically for the Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL. This is TK. Let's find out if you should buy it or you should pass. Here's the Pixel stand box. It's pretty simple. Actually, you can pretty much see what the stand looks like. It comes in white, and it pretty much, as I mentioned to you guys, has a few tricks specifically made for the Pixel devices of this year, as this is again the first Pixel devices that carry wireless charging. Not the first Nexus device by Google, but the first Pixel phone that carries wireless charging. Overall, it's pretty much comprised of 2 pieces. There's the actual stand itself, and here we have it. There's basically a non-slip material on the bottom, a USB-C connector, you'll see it right there, as well as the fact that it has that, let's take out this little textured area, a very soft touch material. There's 2 coils sitting so that you're able to not only charge it vertically or horizontally, depending to your preference, and it will work through cases. So for the intention of this video, this is how it's going to look like, or I can pretty much put it this way and still enjoy content. So overall, this stand should work with any device. So here's the Note 9. I can pretty much put my phone in here and it's going to start wirelessly charging my Note 9. It will also work with any Qi compatible device, so your iPhone, your Android device, as long as it's Qi compliant, this is going to work with it. And again, as I mentioned to you guys, there is a small LED here that once you put it on, so let's go ahead and put our Pixel 3, this is the Pixel 3 XL. So hopefully, I hope you guys could see that. Yeah, right there. You see that little LED. It does light up at the bottom. There's no speakers, but there is a pairing mechanism that goes between the phone and the actual stand. So you notice right there, I just put it on. The Pixel 3 did something very different than what my obviously Note 9 did, as it's trying to pair itself to this device. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go through the setup process, and I'll walk you through obviously of all the things that you can do now with your Pixel 3 or Pixel 3 XL once you use it on the Pixel stand. Do more while charging, so it's explaining to us that there's additional things that you can do. There's music, games, timers, other things, and even photo frame. If you already have your assistant pre-configured on your device, this is going to be pretty simple. You're going to just transfer it. So it says allow personal results when using your Pixel stand. I'll say I agree. So this is more personal. It'll recognize me. See your photos and on the ambient display. So this is going to work like backdrops or the way we have ambient display on our Chromecast now on our Pixel device. It went ahead and loaded up my library. This is an existing folders of different libraries that I have here. Photo frame album, I'm going to go ahead and check on that. Turn on do not disturb while on the stand. So you can turn this on as a function. By default, it's not on. You can either say no thanks or turn it on. And what that means is whenever you put the phone on the charger, supposedly next to your bed at night, it's going to turn on do not disturb by automatically, and it will turn it off when you remove it. Wake up with a sunrise alarm. So where the alarm normally just makes a sound, if you have this close to your face, this is going to turn on the screen and then makes it a more ambient display. So it's going to brighten up the display to the point where it makes you feel like you're getting a sunrise. Again, depending on usage, I haven't really tested this portion out, but I'm pretty good with just regular alarm. I'm going to say no thanks. And then we're pretty much ready to go. Just go ahead and say done. And this is going to be your home screen. So if I remove my phone and I take it off and we just go ahead and hit home, this is how it normally looks. If I lock it, I have my always on display, it just stays on. But once I put it in the dock, it starts charging right away. You notice I'm using this with a case, just kind of a heads up. And at this point, it just starts charging. We have that little assistant logo at the bottom, the always on display. If I touch the display once, we'll have that little gear, and that gets us into the settings of the Pixel stand. You'll notice right there, we are paired. So this phone and this stand are paired together, and you can't forget it if you want to, let's say, give this stand to somebody else and get a new one or something like that. You can also edit the name of that stand. Right now, it's just called Pixel stand. You have the ability of using on the screen off when dark, so it'll recognize if there's no light in the room and it'll turn it off. Do not disturb when docked. This is one of the options we saw when we were putting in there. The sunrise alarm, as we saw that with the setup, as well as the photo frame, and we can select what shows up from there. So once we have everything set up, your interaction with the stand is pretty much going to be where you bring it in, you put your phone in, and you're ready to use it. And it has a few things that normally come up when you turn it on. In this format, you'll notice there's the assistant button that's going to be right there at the bottom. You can also use your voice to initiate it if you don't want to actually use just the button. There's the what's the weather, that's just a recommendation. It's going to pull it up and it'll give you the answer with the assistant. The other thing is you can also have your briefing. This is kind of like a daily briefing. You can either take some recommendations for applications, coming up on your day, some stock information, exploring different things. All of those things can be done directly through it. Of course, you can also go into the settings as I mentioned to you guys before. Now, I got a text message right now and it's showing up right there that I got it. But again, you notice it did not wake up the display. It's just basically sitting there waiting for me to get to it. What I wanted to share with you guys is, let's say we want to play some music out of it. I'll go ahead, Play some NCS music from Google Play Music.
Sure, playing your Google Play Music playlist called NCS.
So the display transforms. Now I have access to the Google Play library here. I can actually just, scrub. I can go forward. It looks like it only has one song in that list and I need to update that. But short answer is you can select any music. I selected this one specifically just to kind of get the copyright issue taken care of. You can also ask for questions. What's the nearest Taco Bell? Now obviously I should have asked where is the nearest Taco Bell, but it didn't give me, it gave me basically information about the closest one, recommendation, and they close at 2 a.m. Again, anything that you can do with your assistant, it's going to be working very nice. Now for you to get that, remember we talked about setting up the ambient display, which is the ability for it to start playing photos. Now for that to kick in, we actually need to leave it for some time. So I'm going to wait for it to kick in and we'll come back to that. Now the ambient display will turn on about 10-15 seconds or so after non-touching the device, as long as it's sitting in the stand. This entire time I've been using a case with it, so you're definitely very much going to be able to use it with a case, and it turns on whatever photo album you've put in. Now if the phone was sideways, it's going to go in a different format, but because I have it this form, it's going in this side and you can actually kind of scroll through. I think what we get with the Pixel stand is definitely a very unique, customized experience for the Pixel 3 and the Pixel 3 XL. It does work with other devices that are Qi compliant, meaning if, let's say the Note 9, your iPhone, the V40 that I carry with me as well, it's gonna charge them, there's no issues there. But should you buy this stand if you don't have a Pixel 3 or a Pixel 3 XL? Well, chances are you're not even gonna actually see it because it only exists in stores and it generally will be next to those two devices. It's intended for those two devices. But what the cool part about it is that it will fast wirelessly charge even the Note 9, the V40, or even your iPhone, because it actually has a 10-watt charger on it with 2 coils. So it's very functional as a charger if you carry 2 phones, so for 2 different phones. But if you don't have a Pixel 3 or a Pixel 3 XL, I would not recommend you paying $80 for that. There are other options on the market, and I'll give you guys a link in the description if you'd like to check those out for other phones. But if you have a Pixel 3 or Pixel 3 XL, this is the best charger you can get. This was made for your phone to make it better. That's the best way I can describe it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like and subscribe as usual. Again, I wanted to share with you guys the Pixel Stand's functionalities because I felt like this was something that a lot of people will just skip over. Oh, it's a wireless charger. Well, not true. A lot more comes in this box. I'll see you guys in the next video.